For customers like Jack,
be the feedback that I'm hearing in the background. Welcome in, everybody. If you're new here, check out the description box. If you're returning, welcome back. Welcome in P, Lilith, Aaron, Kitty Cat. What are you doing live on a Saturday, Aiden? Welcome in, weird kid. Domain, can you elaborate a little bit as to what this is all about? I get that a lot. Whatever you're saying in my chat, what's that all about? So just take a couple minutes, grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever you're drinking. Sorry, dude, I don't got no cars for you. They're all junk. Welcome in, Light. They're all junk. Absolutely every single one of them. We could do way better. As manufacturers, they can do way better. They can do away with all the stupid ass sets too. And if they're going to put a sensor and make sure that it's actually durable. But anyway. And the amount of money they pay for them is obscene. absolutely outrageous. Oh, Aiden, stop being so negative. I'm just telling you the truth. They're all garbage. Hope you're all having a great evening. Thank you. I like it. I don't feel so disoriented when I wear it. Welcome in, Jocelyn. Welcome in, Emma. Hope you're all having a great day. We are going to get into a collective. I don't know what the messages be. I'm kind of nervous. Well, it's probably the same old bullshit, but whatever. Same bullshit, different day. Sitting with 12 in the chat tonight at 8:30. I figured I'd jump on here a little early. I did get a little hi, how are ya, from Little B, so she's still kicking and screaming. I'm happy to hear from her. I'm just waiting to hear back. What's got you all sad, Lilith? Hello, Randu. Welcome in. Panda. Oh yeah, see Lilith, I don't deal with that energy. It's karmic. Honey, you should know better than that. And the thing is, the toxic entanglements, the triangulation, and all the toxicity and all the bullshit that goes with it, it doesn't even have to be in a relationship. It could very well be a family member. It could be someone in a work. Right? Yeah, you gotta raise the bar, my dear. The message here earlier that stated that you've got literally the whole world wanting to be a part of your blessing, but whether or not you have enough strength to reach up and grab it. That's the big message for a lot of you. These karmics have really done a number on us. You just gotta move somewhere where they're not and start living your life without them. It's your changes, but it makes room for your tribe to step in there, Lilith. Cutting out the toxic makes room for the blessing. Just keep that in mind. Anything you can't control, give it to the divine. Welcome in, Renee. Welcome in, Natalie. Alexis. Again, if you are new here, go ahead and take a look at the description box. You'll probably find it up in the top right or left-hand corner. If you want to like this live, you can go ahead and double-click the screen. If you'd like to donate to the live, you can do so in a super chat, super thanks, super sticker just down by the chat. Enter where you would enter the chat. There's a little $sign right beside it. You can also send me a Hipsy chat tip, as well as order your own personal reading over at Hipsy. The link is in the bio, in the description box. If you just want to support the channel and you just want to throw me a donation for being such an awesome inspiration too, you can go ahead and throw me a PayPal. It's all there in the description box, in the About Me, in the link section. It's all there. Any support is greatly appreciated, and thank you in advance, and thank you for all those that supported me up to this point. There are no words to express the gratitude I feel within myself for the ongoing support, so thank you. Now, these karmics are really trying it. They're relentless. They really got this hell or high water energy. Now, for some of us, they're burnt the fuck out. They're gonna quit soon, if not already. And then there's some that are just relentless. Like, they're not even alive anymore. They're pretty well living on autopilot. They're gonna pretty well break down and malfunction soon. So just take that into consideration. So we surpassed July 25th, which is good. And you're going through it right now. I stand with you, so continue moving it and learn all you can. Lean to it and let it empower you, shape you into a better version of yourself. I don't know what you're talking about. No idea. The same crazy girl from the beginning of the channel. Not a clue as to what you're talking about. Or who. Well, you come to the right place, Natalie. We don't sugarcoat shit here. So, if you got diabetes, you're safe. I'm just being funny. Oh, that one. Yeah, she's still up to her antics. She still has her videos up on her page with my name in it, calling me a fraud. And I've been here on my own merit the whole time. I haven't asked her for help. I want her help. And somehow she sent me over 1,000 subscribers. Meanwhile, she doesn't even have as many as she sent me just to start with. And not to toot on horn, but 3/4 of these subscribers, I'm sure, were somehow swindled in somehow. The amount of subscribers compared to what I receive in feedback and comments and likes and whatever else is not, it doesn't match. It does not add up. So I kind of felt the fact that maybe she's been buying bots to come to my page. I don't know. But either way, I'm here. I'm here to speak a message, to bring some clarity to the ones that do show up. So although I'm very thankful for the 11 subscribers I apparently have, if they are legitimate, I'm very thankful and in gratitude of that. But for the bots, I wish they were taken out. There were 2 of them, actually. What a dumb question, Aaron. Anyhow. No, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of the relentless bullshit, spiritual warfare. I'm tired. There's dumbass karmics wanting me to snap out, and I'm not gonna do it. Thank you all for joining me tonight, everyone. Thank you. Now that we got 24, we're going to go through for a vibe check. Hope you all had a good week. Usually I've been taking the weekends off the last couple months. I think I might be back to 7 days a week. So we'll see. I'm going to take Monday, Tuesday off. We'll see. Alright, Spirit, guides, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, you know the drill. Please protect me during this channeling of a message for my collective. Somebody doesn't want to face the consequences, but they are. These are the karmics. No, they have no possibility of getting out of it either. Please protect me during this live while the messages needed for my collective. Any ill sent my way or towards my collective, let it be sent back immediately. And let it be bound to its sender. Let it haunt them indefinitely to teach them a lesson on doing unto others as you have done to yourself. Somebody's wish fulfillment and wishful thinking to be back in your energy, just to continue cycles again, collective. But you're not wanting a reunion. You don't want to talk to this person. You're not missing this person. You're not longing this person. And you've literally cut them out on purpose. There's particular reasons why you've cut them out. This could be the relentless energy that I'm picking up on. Trying to make you beg. They want you to reach out, so they're doing all this dumbass bullshit to try to get you to reach out. Because why? They got the third party your number out of their phone, and now they regret it. They can't contact you because the third party that they thought that they were going to be greener with deleted your number. They found your number and deleted it. So now this little ass bitch that misses you can't even contact you because they don't have your number. So they're sending spiritual warfare to try to get your attention. And it's not working. You're no longer paranoid. You're no longer insecure, feeling guarded. You're not cautious. You could probably snap this motherfucker in half to start with anyway. They're facing legal problems. They tried to get away and they couldn't. I have a feeling they got stopped at the border. Or they got stopped traveling. Apparently they're on a notice due to an investigation. Because somebody's snapping out. Somebody's snapping out at that. They tried to get away and their vacation was less than stellar, is what I get. Aren't able to relax on their vacation. Maybe they snapped out on their vacation. Thought they were funny. Yeah, they wanted to slow it down. They wanted to take time. They wanted to, they wanted to get out in nature. They try to drop all this resentful, competitive discontentment and maybe get into their divine energy. Yeah, no, didn't work. That's the thing. You can't run from your problems. You can't run from your bullshit. Gotta face it. Yeah, you're no longer stressed out. I'm really kind of picking up that there might be an investigation going on that you're kind of picking up on. Maybe there very well could be a vibe. Somebody didn't want to cut ties with you because it makes them look bad. And now they're being in this clingy energy. They're dealing with old exes, clingy energy, dead relationships. They're stuck. They chose what was comfortable, collective, and it didn't turn out as planned. They got what was coming to them. Yeah, you stopped the cycle, and that's what they didn't want. They wanted you in the cycle with them, but no spoons. No spoons left. Somebody's pissed off that you cut ties with them. They didn't want you to cut ties. Somebody got pissed off and snapped out as to how toxic they are. And how they wanted to step into their divine energy, but they fumbled. They fumbled their chance. And this is what got them to try to slow down and just kind of chill out. But it's too fucking late for them. Now they want to all of a sudden want to end all these talks, and they're snapping that it's too fucking late. Yeah, because you're no longer suffering in silence. You've totally cut this out, collective. Yeah, you're not gambling with this bullshit anymore. You're done. You're done. They wanna, yeah. Maybe they're done. Maybe they don't want to gamble anymore. Maybe they don't want to lose out anymore. Maybe they want to get unblocked, and they don't want you moving on. Meanwhile, like, they've got lots to say to you. They want to contact you, but they can't somehow. Probably because your number's out of their phone, deleted. I don't know what you're gonna do, collective, but it's up to you. Use your discernment. If it doesn't feel right, yeah, somebody doesn't want to burn bridges with you. They're drowning. They're over their head. They're burdened. They're hitting rock bottom, but they don't apologize for what they've done. They don't want to apologize, but they don't want to burn bridges, right? They don't want to apologize, but yet here they're drowning. You're not. You're in the process of a glow up. While their whole life is falling apart. It's kind of funny that you're the one speaking out against the injustice and the abuse, and they're trying to make you look two-faced, like you're living a double life, that you're the cheater, you're the backstabber. Meanwhile, you know, you're the one that's pretty well fighting for your life. Yeah, they're snapping out because what they're saying and what they're showing isn't matching with their situation. Your story hasn't changed, collective. It's been this the whole time. Because you've got no story. It's life that you're speaking on. Whatever this is. Your story doesn't have to change. Because it's the truth. All the way from Germany. Welcome in, Andrea. Trying to decide what cards I'm going to use next. Hey, Pharaoh. Welcome in. The dragon. I don't know, I'm not really being called to the dragon deck right now. she's been, my dragon's been off and running, working, protecting, doing her job. Dragons are working overtime right now. Somebody can't walk away and they want to show up right, collective. Somebody doesn't want to walk away from you. But they don't know how to show up. They don't have much to show up with. It's really showing that there's like not a lot of hope. So there's an Ace of Pentacles headed towards you, collective, along with some sort of information. Somebody's studying you, somebody's watching you. They very well could be watching you and they see you get recognition, they see you being successful, triumphing, overcoming a lot of diversity or challenges. However, somebody is bitter that they have to give you this. Somebody's defeated. Somebody feels defeated. Oh. Somebody's fighting. What? Okay. There's somebody behind the scene fighting for you. They're sticking up for you about a particular gift or Ace of Pentacles. There's something here. Whatever this is, there's going to be some sort of a celebration. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's feeling defeated. or watching you feel defeated. It could mean a lot of things. We're succeeding despite the chaos, despite the fighting and quarreling and chaos. It's like you're triumphant. There's the Five of Wands and then the Six of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands reversed and then the Page of Swords. There's the King of Cups reversed and then there's the Ace of Pentacles. So it could be very well that this King of Cups is bitter that you're receiving this Ace of Pentacles, and they're feeling defeated that you're a good study, you're speaking your truth. They fight you, they want to fight you, they want to hold back, they don't believe you deserve this Ace of Pentacles, they don't believe that you deserve this Six of Wands. Okay, there's going to be some sort of something revealed regarding this. It's almost like they're going to tell on themselves. And this is about some sort of celebration that they're bitter at, that you are finding your tribe, you're celebrating, there's something to be happy about, and they're wanting you to be happy and receive this abundance. And they're obsessed. They're energetically obsessed. All they can do is watch you succeed. And they're obsessed. It's going to be revealed eventually. Because they're trying to fight you on it. It's going to be revealed. And I'll tell you, it's not going to go very well for them. Renee, thank you for being here. Over the year and a half that I've been doing this channel, I've noticed the chat changes. The energy changes. The people change. Once in a while an OG will stop in and say hi, and then for a lot of it, there's new people. Vero, thank you. Honestly, there's been some changes over the last couple weeks. You're probably noticing on it, and you probably don't know whether or not I've spoken about it or not. Part of me wants to speak on it, and then a part of me just doesn't want to bother. But people think that they can come in and they can pull wool over my eyes and undermine me and take all these rules I have for my channel and totally disregard them whatsoever. There's particular rules to my channel for particular reasons to keep peace. To keep it balanced. I try not to I try not to deal with anything political. I try to keep all the gritty relationship stuff at bay, but we're dealing with karmic energy and we're dealing with karmic energy, like relationships and whatever, right? But what I mean by that is I try to make this to where people are not dating whoever meet in the chat. Like, this is not a Tinder, this is not a place to meet people. Because I got a lot of karmics coming in to visit. And as much as I'm to build a tribe here, I do have karmics coming into the chat, playing off like they're divine energy, playing off like they know a thing or two, when they're actually karmics. They're two-faced karmics. Coming in here like they think they know a thing or two, when they really have no fucking clue. They see a half-decent connection and know, okay, yeah, let's ruin that. Seem too happy. So there's one particular person that isn't here anymore. And there's another one that has been drifting in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. The one that's been drifting in and out, in and out, in and out has been banned from my channel. And the other one has been demoted from being a mod. And it all depends on their actions and how they move forward. They want to be part of the tribe, then they have to own up to some things. I've been through a situation where my best friend got infiltrated by a dirtbag that was just coming in to say hi to me in order to find out who I knew, in order to find out who they could infiltrate and leech off of. And not only did our friendship get dissolved to nothing, the person that I was friends with, their whole life shambles after. I warned them, they didn't listen, and they found out the hard way. So this is why I say Tinder. I'm not playing Mr. Matchmaker. You're not going to meet people on my time. I'm not going to matchmake. Because 9 times out of 10, if I was to ever matchmake, you're not going to listen to me anyway. And then I'm going to tell you I told you so after everything blows up in your face. So that's the main reason why I say you know, this isn't a Tinder. Because if I'm going to be in responsibility of you meeting someone and you having a relationship with someone, I want to make sure that both of you, personality-wise, are in sync and in alignment with each other before, I would want to give you that blessing. But the fact that these people decided to do this behind my back and not, you know, be forthright with this information, they thought it was okay. They thought that it was just fine. Well, they betrayed. I feel betrayed. Not only by my so-called best friend, but the dirtbag. Because the dirtbag used to be a friend too. And yet, here again, it comes full circle. It's happened again, just in the last 2.5 weeks. With someone new. Coming in, parading around with the two-faced mask on, saying they want to step into their healing and step into their divine light, da-da-da-da-da, and then they turn around and do stupid shit like that. The one that's been demoted, they can do so much better, is the thing. I would have thought that they would have done so much better than what they did. But that's just me. But it's not about having expectations of people and what they would be, where their standards would be. But sometimes it's discerning and disheartening knowing that you held someone at a particular potential and they couldn't even consider it. And considering they went behind your back, as if your opinion didn't even matter. Meanwhile, they met through you. But apparently your opinion means nothing. Somehow I'm not supposed to feel hurt, betrayed. But the dipshit, the one that did this on purpose to hurt me, because I pretty well put them in their place and cut them out, and then they weaseled their way back in. And it was just to wait to see what brought me joy, to see what brought me some sort of connection or happiness, and destroy it. Which, that's what commenced. Because it's not about the choice, about the decision, the intention behind it. Then they want to turn around and gaslight me and switch it up like it's my problem? No. The ones that took out the action to go behind my back and connect behind my back and not even consider my blessing. So, whatever. I figure if someone was going to meet through me, they would want my blessing. But that's neither here nor there. And best not come and ask me for my blessing now, because I know one of them is watching. And it's going to blow up in their face, that's the thing. And not that I wish it on them, but Divine sees everything. Divine knows the intention of everything. And they think that they're pulling the wool over my eyes. It's not my pulling wool over my eyes that you got to worry about. It's the intention that the Divine bestows. So it's not me that you got to answer to. Because they felt shameful, Sarah. They just couldn't handle it. Had they both come to me, I would have said, yeah, no, you can do better. The other one needs some time to heal, but you can do better. That's what I told them. That's what I would have told them. Stop settling for less. And this might feel really, really hurtful to the douchebag. But if they didn't act like a douchebag, they wouldn't get that nickname. It's just the way it is. And it's just a placeholder. Because I'm not naming names. Here and you pay attention, you'll know who I'm talking about. Spirit, what's the message for my collective to get them in their highest timeline? What's the message to help my collective tap into their highest timeline? What's the best message for my collective? That one was good. Page of Cups. So really find your compassion within yourself. Pour into you to start with. Okay? Be inspirational and be kind of in the frequency of meeting new people and opening up your heart. Okay, there is justice in that. About moving on. Somebody's very unstable about you moving on or you receiving justice or things balancing out for you. Faced a lot of stagnance and a lot to do with your drive, your inspiration. You've had a lot of hits on your on your intuition. This has been a huge injustice on you. Just know that it's changing. Okay, you need to really step into empowerment. Somebody's trying to keep you from moving forward. Somebody doesn't want you going on a journey. And oddly enough, they think that is your justice. They don't want you going on a journey. What's good is bad and what's bad is good. I don't know why that's coming out. I hear Linda talking about that quite a bit. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords. So, whatever you're growing right now, people are talking about it. Okay? Very strategic as to how you're planting these seeds, and you're holding it very close chest, as you should. But it's almost as if because you're not giving much up as far as details, it's showing up as if you're kind of hiding something, and that's why people are talking about it. But in it is the justice. Yeah. There's definitely something that's not in divine timing, and I have a feeling that it's something to do with them. Whoever this is that you're dealing with. Wherever you're hiding this from. Queen of Cups in reverse here. Somebody's bitter. What's the deal, Spirit? Move these up. Okay. Okay. Six of Swords. So somebody wants to fight, and somebody wants you to stop and fight instead of growing. Somebody wants to fight you for your harvest. Somebody doesn't want you walking away. Two of Pentacles, they want you juggling. Queen of Wands, but it's what, is it because shining? You're very intuitive. You're standing in your power. You're nurturing your intentions, your intuition, your magic. The Hierophant, you've made some sort of commitment. quite possibly to to the divine. That's why he doesn't want you to walk away, because you're shining. Got 26 in the chat. Welcome in, everybody. Please take what nicely, what doesn't. This might not be your message, so maybe the next one might be. So just hold tight. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, some sort of chaos that you're not seeing. You're oblivious. I think Spirit's protecting you from that. There's some sort of an Ace of Pentacles in reverse, King of Pentacles. So somebody's losing something. Somebody's very unstable. Four of Pentacles, they're keeping it to themselves. But it's because the seeds that they planted, they're losing out on the seeds that they planted. And they're talking about it. The Seven of Cups, somebody's overwhelmed. Everything's falling apart. Third party fell apart. That whole dynamic fell apart, and everything's falling apart. Everything they touch turns to shit. And they're very overwhelmed. The Knight of Cups, they're extremely bitter. They're wanting to go forward. They don't know how, but they're bitter as fuck. So Spirit's probably got them on a leash, protecting you from them at this time. Somebody's losing their shit, losing their absolute flippin' mind, because the truth is out. Page of Cups, somebody wants to come forward with some sort of an apology for leaving you in the dark. Something about a Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, somebody, I don't know, two-faced bullshit, betrayal is what I thought. Somebody's watching and studying. Somebody thinks you're stubborn, that you're unstable, you're not moving forward. Meanwhile, you're very methodical, you're very focused. Whatever you're working on, wherever you're steering, it's still never going to be in the right direction compared to what their expectations of you are, right? Because they want you moving in a totally different direction, right? If they were your puppet master, they would have you doing something different than what you're actually pursuing right now. But the thing is, it's not about them, it's about you. They have a right to an opinion, and that's up to you as to whether or not you and your discernment decides to go that route. But it is ultimately up to you, collective. Okay? So, just keep that in mind. What's the scoop? Queen of Swords. You're probably nurturing your truth right now. You might be speaking your words, legacy, your story. That's making somebody feel unrestless. They're shit. They're right tyrannical and they want to fight. Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is what you don't see coming. Whether or not it's coming to you or not. There's oh wow. So there's illusions on the Judgment. There's some sort of illusions regarding the Judgment. Somebody was you and they're snapping out because it's not working. The Seven of Swords, yeah. There's some sort of judgment coming down and it's being very sneaky on how it's going to be thrown. But these Karmics are getting it. They're trying to get you to react. They're trying to get you in an unrest, but it's not working. They're trying to create an illusion with the moon here. right? By getting act and snap out of character is what the whole thing is. That's the whole idea, right? They want you not resting. They want you sleepless. They want you filled with panic and anxiety. They want you like totally tyrannical, like losing your mind, snapping out, right? So that way this illusion that they want to cast will provide them with what they can do to make a judgment on you. A very strategic judgment. Right? And turn your whole fucking world upside down. So what? Somebody's coming in to try to get you to react. And this is what I mean. If you feel that somebody's trying to get you to react, just stop right then and there. Take a nice deep breath. And call your power back. The Knight of Swords. Call your power back, call your words back, call your action back. You know, you're not moving, you're not doing anything. You're just shutting the fuck up. Right? You know when to speak, when to not. You know this restlessness is of them wanting you to snap out because they would snap out. The fact that you're speaking up and you're speaking your truth, which is making them totally unwrestled. Right? So they have to try to get you to react out of this energy and create illusions in order to cast judgment. This is to make a dystopia. All because you're moving forward with compassion. You're not allowed to work with compassion. You're not allowed to move forward with compassion. Okay? That doesn't go with their narrative. You're supposed to be a selfish idiot that doesn't know anything. That's not compassionate, that's selfish, that just me. That's what they're trying to project you out to be, but you're not like it. What's the Four of Swords and the Hermit? No, the Emperor. Why did I say the Hermit? Yeah. Emperor reversed. Four of Swords reversed. The Three of Wands. So be very, very patient. There's gonna be signs. You might get bouts of anxiety come over you. You're where the fuck is this coming from? You should at least ask yourself that. Because if it feels like it's coming from someone else that you love, if any names come to mind when you're sitting there, any thoughts that you've been thinking about, that you're feeling out of control about, whatever the case may be, it very well could be something along or connected to those particular people. This is a form of spiritual warfare. And a lot of it is in the happening, right? So it takes time and it takes patience for it to become itself through the intention of what it is. So there will come a time where there's going to be a question to how you're going to act or react to a situation. You're going to have to make a decision. There will be collaborators with this. You're going to have to know who is the good collaborators and who are the bad collaborators. You're going to have to use your intuition and your discernment to go forward through this experience. This is a test. This is a divine warrior test. As to see how you would overcome a particular situation. And something tells me you're going to need to handle it differently than how you have in the past. There's going to be some sort of a new beginning if you pass this test. It's a casted illusion. You're supposed to discern the illusion and discredit this whole thing to begin with. Discredit the illusion in itself. Where they wanted to cast judgment, you will cast judgment on this illusion. This is how you are staying 10 steps ahead of yourself. by seeing it for what it is, by allowing it to happen, the happening, to allow them to show up who they are, and you act accordingly. Because they will show up, and sometimes you just need to be like, okay, I see that, I acknowledge that, but I'm not going to speak on it right now. And then you look back on the situations that you've had with these people that have been pulling the wool over your eyes, and you get to see their whole interaction with you has been a fact. And Page of Cups. You need to be moving forward with compassion. Okay? Stay to a higher standard. Lead by example. Ace of Pentacles. So, because of this illusion and judgment, there will be some sort of a kickback. There is an Ace of Pentacles in the mix. Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Somebody's sad at the fact of the strategy of judgment. Of their shit didn't work. It all blew up in their face. You're protected by angels. You warned them. You told them you were not one to fuck with. You nurtured your truth. You spoke on that. It made them restless. It made them snap out. Create illusions on that judgment, which gave you no other choice but to be strategic. They wanted you to stop speaking. They wanted not to divulge. But you were patient. You were consistent. You were focused with your intention. You allowed your intuition to guide you in that collaboration with your higher self. Quite possibly, and only with those that were in alignment with you, which allowed you to open your heart. Somebody's extremely sad that you received this Ace of Pentacles, or that you are receiving this Ace of Pentacles, because they were very strategic in casting judgment, so that way you would not. But you are. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody wants to reconcile with you. It's either that or you are this energy, or you could very well be emulating this energy of nurturing your stability, nurturing your coin, nurturing your abundance, nurturing your foundation, really strengthen who you are, being collaborative, your higher self, really stepping into your alignment, allowing the elements to strengthen you. Five of Swords reversed. You're reconciling with a lot of trauma, a lot of the shit that's been said about you or to you. You've taken the time to heal a lot of the pain and the suffering regarding this. It's taken a lot of time and patience, tenacity, diligence, determination, compassion. A lot of the fact that you have had to speak your truth has brought a lot of anxiety to you. And a lot of the time it might have fallen on deaf ears, which is like having for you to repeat yourself over and over and over again. People think the story is going to change, but it really doesn't. It stays the same. Because it's the truth. You've cast a judgment on it already. It's like giving a question, why should I repeat myself over and over and over again? What, for, you know, for Sarah and back? No offense to you, Sarah. I'm not talking about you. The ten of cups on the bottom of the deck. What shampoo do I use? I don't do that kind of thing on here. Two of Swords. So you've had to make a huge decision regarding this ability of compassion and to heal quite a bit of the shit that you've been dealing with, collective. You've had to make some major decisions regarding that, casting judgment. Thing was made to make you snap out and you didn't. It was an illusion. You snap out like you were supposed to. It's not how it was planned, is what is being told to me. But the fact that they have to give you this pain, they don't feel that you deserve it. Yeah, because 9 of Wands here, you've been through a lot. This is your justice. With the 9 of Wands, with the 5 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, the Moon, the Judgment card, all within that portion of the reading, it's basically speaking that the Divine has cast a judgment on the illusion regarding this Ace of Pentacles. And the people that were very strategic, that they thought that they were going to win, justice will prevail. The 6 of Wands, it's being exposed. They tried to be a very unstable, unnurturing, very stingy individual, and you're sitting here very nurturing, very caring, very charismatic, very strong, very grounded, willing to reconcile, and you're exposing all the bullshit, all the lies, all the deception on everything that was misunderstood on purpose from the truth you spoke. You're standing on business. You didn't stutter. You said what you said. And this is bringing unrest and having to snap out due to the illusions they tried to create. And they are receiving judgment for that due to their strategy on how they went about the lie, deception. All the while you were moving forward with passion the whole time. You're not out here trying to ruin lives. You're out here speaking you're speaking your story. You're speaking your truth. Simple stuff. People should have treated you better if they wanted you to talk better of them. There's going to be some sort of celebration regarding some sort of lies. Okay, and deception. Decisions are being made about the deception and the lies. This is like giving defamation of character. Okay, this is where you're going to succeed. There's going to be a celebration and justice with that. And there's exposure of that. It's almost as if there was a part exposing all of the bullshit. They celebrated before they had a chance. Page of Wands, about their ill intentions, their immature ill intentions. We got the verse. This is for you to self-sabotage. Or they're thinking of you as a dark empress, sabotaging everything that they were trying to do. But you're celebrating. You're going to be celebrating. It's going to be weird, because it's going to be like a defamation of character situation, but collective, whatever they're saying, you're clean as a whistle. Okay, you are coming out of this tower. The Two of Wands, you're moving forward. There's a new direction for you. The Hierophant, there's definitely some sort of new connection. There's definitely some sort of new commitment. There's definitely some sort of divine action. Judgment call and divine action, divine gift with the Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely something huge coming to works for you, but you just need to be patient. Okay, there's definitely rebirth here of something. The Six of Swords, there's something that somebody needs to walk away first. Somebody's no longer in their head. Somebody's coming out of a dark night of the soul. Like, I think it was divine timing allowing someone to do their healing work. There's a particular bunch of possibilities that the divine has for you. Some of them are actually doing the work, they need the time. Some of them aren't doing the work, they're being fucking imbeciles. Okay? Some of them you're needing to put your boundaries up. Have higher expectations with. Don't settle for less kind of situation. And they walking around being less. So just be careful with who you're allowing in your energy. Four of Pentacles. Somebody wants to ask you for something. Somebody wants to beg you for something. Or somebody thinks that you owe them something. The Six of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. They're wanting equal reciprocation for ill will. Like, somebody's, okay, so you and your buddy, you use this as an example. You and your buddy create a garden, okay? And you bring the rototiller where they're bringing the seeds, okay? And you're working together to bring about some sort of a plot for garden. Find out the rototiller worked just fine. It zipped up the field perfect. And then you go to plant the seeds, find out the seeds are dead. But little did you know they knew that they were dead. They were just wanting to be part of your parade. Just to slow you down. You pretty well did all the work to start with. And now they're just coming in on the parade. You've already made a particular commitment, collective, to yourself. You should all stay true to that commitment. Stay true to your boundaries, stay true to standards. Do not settle. Have the patience, have the focus, have the movement forward, the steady, focused movement forward towards the best version of yourself, no matter what. And if you don't know exactly where you're going, then take a minute, take a breath, find out where you're going, and move in that direction. It's not about the destination, it's about the me, it's about the happening. Because that's where the miracles happen. It's in the journey. It always has, it always will be. Okay? Breathe. Do that. Just breathe. Bring yourself back to your heart space. Drop it, everything. Drop everything. Everybody can do that right now, if you want. As long as you're not driving. If you're driving, then don't participate. But if you want to, close your eyes and just focus on your breathing. Be in the silence of the room that you're in. Acknowledging the noises that are around you. And just focus on your breath. Anything that comes into mind, just put it down. Knowing that you're going to pick it up when you're done. And just continue focusing on your breath. Particular to your breath, you want to be breathing in as deep as you can. And when you're breathing out, you want to breathe as far as you can. To fully extend the diaphragm from one extent to the other. As you recognize your breathing, you're going to start to recognize your consciousness. And you probably already recognized it prior to that, but it's going to be evident as you breathe. It's going to come in loud. There's going to be a lot of different thoughts and visuals and what have you come across the whiteboard of your brain. Just take a moment to categorize them of importance, wherever they need to go. In essence of filing them in the right box so that way you deal with them later. When you take 10 to 15 minutes a day to do this exercise, it will definitely bring you back to balance. Now from this point of a couple minutes breathing, sorting out your situations and your priorities, your thoughts, clearing a table, putting to rest and tucking in all the priorities that you can't really do anything about right now, but you know that they're on the list and they're going to be, you're waiting on particulars in order to execute them. So there's a sense feeling anxious about it. Right here, right now. Or you can let it go. Knowing that it will, you're in the process of waiting on them, let's say. And just breathing it out. Letting it go. Let go of the anxiety of anticipating it's going to turn out exactly the way it's going to turn out. And don't be egoistic enough to try to dictate to see how that's going to be. Let it out. Let it go. Let the divine have it. It's yours. It's not your business. A couple weeks out, a couple of months out, let it be what it is. Up into your breathing and focus on your breath. Some people are comfortable with breathing just through in and out of their nose. Some people breathe in through the nose, out through their mouth. Some people can only breathe out of their mouth. So you breathe how you feel comfortable for that moment. Ideally, you want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. But if your sinuses are clear and you're not having any deals with allergies, you can breathe through in and out of your nose. While you're in this state of meditation, we'll call it. Are we actually meditating, Aiden? Yeah, you are. Because it's not about just clearing your mind, it's about focusing on your priorities, focusing on what you're building, focusing on strengthening your foundation to step into your highest timeline. That's what it's about. Sometimes that is sorting out your thoughts, sorting out your trauma, transmuting it, your pain to power. Sometimes it's required in order for that inspiration and that drive and focus and action to come about. Look into your chakra centers. Start from the bottom of the feet. Work your way up. Heal and release and let go of any resentment you have regarding any of them. With anyone or anything. And as you do, you will become weightless. As you come into alignment with when you release the lower chakras into alignment with your upper chakras, you step out of your south node into your node. It's the game changer that you've been looking for. But it takes the recollection, it takes breath, it takes the meditation, and it takes the work within yourself, within your inner temple, within your inner vessel that brings about that change. Because as your inner vessel changes, your outer world changes. And that is how you get the most of your manifestation. By doing the inside work. And this is not an easy ask. Because it requires healing on your part. I've already been there and back 3 or 4 times already. What's the message? The Page of Cups and the Five of Swords. So, move forward with compassion and reconciliation. This doesn't mean you're letting them back in your life again, collective. You're drawing a fucking line in the sand, is what you're doing. But you're moving forward with compassion because everybody's got a story, right? There's a reconciliation here. The Five of Swords. But you're moving forward with compassion, you're shutting them the fuck up. Because even after all they did you, and you're still moving forward with compassion after that? Really? 5 of Wands, yeah, they want to fight. They want to fight because you want exile. You don't want to fight. You don't want to, you just, you know, they have no other choice but to stand corrected, and this is why they want to fight with you. Because you beat them at their own game. The 8 of Wands in reverse, you've stopped them in their tracks. The 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Owe you something? I'm also being told you're not to give to them of anything. Like, I'm picking up, if there was ever plan to give to them, I'm really picking up on people from your past. If there was any plan to give them, let's say partially of an inheritance, those plans are null and void. And this is a message coming from beyond the grave. Like, I'm really picking up on somebody left you something in an inheritance and it was taken from you. It was spent or whatever, but there's still justice coming down the pipeline for that. The situation is that you're not to help these people. The Ace of Swords, that's the truth. You need to move forward with compassion, but don't help these people. Speak the truth. Because somebody was actually trying to collaborate against you. Okay? And you had no other choice to make these decisions. And now they want to come in and open up old wounds or try to heal something by speaking some sort of truth. And they're to use the ability that you have as far as compassion to get back in, to reconcile. But then all they want to do is fight with you. Nurturing your heart space, and you're speaking truth anyway. And they're trying to collude against that. Which makes you having no others but to make major decisions and, you know, heal some sort of wounds and pour into yourself. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. They don't want anything working for you. They want your whole world falling apart. And they're trying to make you make decisions that you don't want to make. And they want you old, wounded energy while you're making these decisions, so your world gets all upside down. Everything that you're planting, they don't to bear harvest. They want it to rip you apart. And they're trying to collude against you because you're wanting to reconcile and let it go. They're not willing to let it go, but here you are walking away. And I'm really kind of picking up, they're sitting there with their wounds now, and their whole world is upside down instead, because everything they tried to do to come at you, because of these major decisions you've made, it's all falling apart. Whatever they tried to plan for you, to swindle you into or get you caught up with, it's all blowing up in their face. Because your heart is guarded. You're not just letting anyone into your heart space. You're not a hoe. You're not a fuckboy. Yeah, the Lover's in reverse. You're not saying I love you to anybody other than yourself and maybe a tribe, right? But you're not into this whole idea of having a relationship right now. You're not promiscuous. You're not out there being all crazy. Knight of Cups in the room. Yeah. There's no room for emotionality. There's no room for emotions right now. Maybe for you. It's either that or somebody doesn't want you choosing love and somebody wants you bitter. But I think you're healing this. You're releasing this. They might be sending this to you energetically. This is what I mean, collective, the warfare, the spiritual warfare that's sent to you. If you're having any panic or anxiety come over you, you have to really question where it's coming. Right? Because some people want to infiltrate your energetic field, and the only way they can do that is to project certain particular energies. And 9 times out of 10, these people have insecurities, so they work off of these insecurities and how they feel. And how they can't match you, how they can't compete with you, how they can't compare to you, and they're envious. So instead, they try to destroy you to bring you down a notch, and it doesn't work. It only blows up in their face, and this is what continues the bitterness. This is what continues the cycle, because they don't end up getting what they want. And they end up looking like absolute fool in the end. Welcome in, Purple Magic. Welcome in, Red Elephant. Hello, Joe. Deuce. What's going on, Candace? Michael's in the house. Welcome in, Mike. Seven of Swords reverse. So somebody's not liking the fact that you're so strategic. The fact that you're going out to get what they couldn't have, you're getting it and then some. Sevenfold, in fact. People didn't want you rising and you rose. People didn't want you succeeding and you succeeded. People did not want you winning and you won. People did not want you reaching the level of success that they thought that you... No. No. But you did. They tried to stop you in your tracks, collective. And here you're coming back with sevenfold blessings. Makes sense. Oh, you're a starseed? You know what you deserve, you know what you want, you know what gratitude feels like, you know, collaborate with, right? You might collaborate with some higher essence of G frequency, divine light, angels, ancestors. I'm also being told your aunts don't play about you. They're almost crazy. The Ace of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords. Somebody's all brokenhearted at the fact that you spoke your fucking mind. Somebody can't handle that. That something ended. Something ended for them. What's the message, Spirit? The Five of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So somebody wants to bring some drama and rumor, assumptions and conflict and a whole bunch of shit. People talking shit because you're glowing. You're in the midst of a glow up. You're in the midst of your magic, midst of your intentions, and you're building on your priorities, your intentions, your intuition. You're looking beautiful. You're radiant, and they talking about it. Karmic chicken. Envious of your success and too cowardice to go get their own. So they'll shit all over your success rather than getting their own. All they're doing is watching you win, collective. You're gonna win. You already won. It's already something to celebrate. Right? You've got new collaborations coming in. You're gonna find gratitude in that, and you're gonna be able to shine, regardless of what they think. The Star, the Four of Cups, there's a divine gift coming in. It's going to help you fulfill your emotional fulfillment, and there's new collaborations coming in too. So there's definitely changes amok. And somebody's all in conflict about the fact that you're winning, and you're getting sevenfold blessings, and they're all brokenhearted about it because you're speaking your truth. Too bad for them. Maybe they should have treated you better. Okay, I'm just going to pick a name randomly out of the chat. If you chatted, chances are I might pick you. Let's see. Is Joy Shaver in the chat still? Joy Shaver, are you still here? Okay. Guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light. Is there any message here for Joy Shaver? Are you open to a message there, Joy? Probably better that I consent with you first. Ace of Wands. So there very well could be a possibility that you might have an idea in your head that you want to start having, maybe it's a new relationship. It could very well be ending a relationship. It very well could be starting a new one. It very well could be maybe second guessing this idea of moving in a new direction, or maybe starting over, doing something totally different. You're kind of at a crossroads. You're kind of at a precipice of making a choice to kind of lean into the alignment of that choice. What do you see yourself doing? What do you want to do? Where do you want to make the biggest impact? Okay. Something tells me you have a very good heart about you. You're very empathetic, but you're very intuitive as well. You are tapped in. We got in here, you've been dealing with some spiritual warfare. You're not really sure as to how, why, or what. Certain things just don't make sense to you. And it's probably spiritual warfare. Because you're rising. You could have a King of Pentacles around you that's very uncertain about losing out on something. There's an Ace of Pentacles here. Like, did you pick up another homosexual? They'll come in and they'll stay with you, and they'll have sex with you for a place to live. Six of Pentacles. Something is going to balance out for you. There's a lot of balancing out for you. Four of Swords. This is going to be a time to rest that you're moving into. Okay? So if something didn't work out as planned, or you tried to plan thing and it just kind of fizzed out, it was for your best interest. Okay? Because it wasn't in alignment with who you were. I think somebody tried to pull the wool over your eyes is the feeling I get. This King of Pentacles reverse could have pulled the wool over your eyes. Very unstable individual. Not guarded, not making the right decisions for their stability. Okay. What's the next card? What's the best message for joy? We got Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups. Be careful how you word things and what people ask you. Okay, because it's like somebody's trying to make you out to be a liar because they're emotionally dependent on you. They're trying to make you out to be something that you're not in order to have some sort of control. And that's not the way we work things. You deserve better than that. Somebody's lying to you and they are emotionally dependent. This might be somebody that comes to you and lies straight to your face, and you know they're lying. They come to you and they're lying straight to your face, and they require some sort of validation from you. Okay, they want to have compassion from you. Try not giving a fuck regarding them. And see what happens. Because this person's lying to you. Why do you spend time with a liar? As soon as I find out somebody's lying to me, as soon as I find out they're being deceptive to me, I'm out. I'm out. You want to be deceptive? You want to be a liar? You want to do it? Then no. Like, if they're lying to other people, if they're being deceptive to other people, it's the same thing. Because if they're going to be deceptive to them, chances are they're going to be deceptive to you. Why would you want to even allow for your energy to be intertwined with that in any shape or form? So remember who the fuck you are, Joy, and know where you stand and stand on it. Keep those boundaries. Those boundaries there are going to save your life. You've learned some pretty valuable lessons in the last 5 years. Okay, I need to apply these lessons and these rules and these standards and these boundaries to your life. So feeling like you've been going through some sort of a rut, you might have been lying to yourself and needing to step into what you want and your own wish fulfillment. And you need to stop lying to yourself. Take the rose-colored glasses off, see the truth. That's where the balance is coming out. Once you see that it's all for nothing, and you're in the process of losing a hell of a lot more by settling than you are by stepping into something beautiful for yourself, by choosing you instead. We tend to pour a lot of energy into things that we feel that if we continue to pour into, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. If it hasn't fulfilled you from the first day to the now, and it hasn't changed, there hasn't been any question, you've got something. You've got something that you can keep. You've got something in alignment with who you are. Great job. But if you're in question as to who the fuck am I even with, then you might want to reevaluate your commitment. Because there very well could be a person is holding you back. If they're not holding you back and if they're in support of you, then all the power to you. If you guys are in support of each other and you guys lift each up and you guys are, it works that you guys work it out, all the power to you. Keep it up. If you keep the communication open and passion open and the forgiveness open and you guys are honest with each other and you guys are good with it, then great. But if you're having a hard time communicating and you're lying and you're deceiving your partner and all this other shit, what the actual fuck are you doing? And why? Welcome here. Alright, Candice, you're up. Spirits, you have a question you've been wanting to ask me. So what is it? And I'm being told you're patiently waiting for your turn. Apparently you checked out the decision box and everything. I'm talking to you, Candice. Diego, welcome in, friend. It was probably one of your stoner friends there, Kenneth. Coming over to make grilled cheese. Did you check to make sure all the cheese is still there? Because if it's gone, they probably made grilled cheese. One day, one moment, one breath at a time, Diego. Thank you for being here, Diego. Are you headed in the right direction? What direction would that be, Candace? Now, if you guys are still focused on your breathing and whatnot, and you want to do the chakra meditation, there is a post on my post section here on YouTube with chakras, the chakra centers of the body, right from your feet right to your top of your head. You can go and refer to that while you're doing your meditation. Okay? Because you're lying to yourself. You're not in the right field. You're not in the right field of action. You're going where the money is. You're going where it's easy. But then again, you've been going through a lot lately, so you've been kind of looking for the E-route just for a little while. So, understandable. I'm not hating, no shade. But you're not in alignment with your direction because you're not listening to yourself. You're not being honest. Rip the wool off your face, take the rose glasses off, and see things for the truth. It very well will piss you off, but don't react. Because eventually it will set you free. And just as I'm saying it'll set you free, cards come out. We got the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Six of Cups, we got the Devil in reverse and the Chariot reverse. So there's some sort of here that you don't want to let go of, because it seems like you're feeling like it's part of your destiny that you're with a particular individual, or that you have a particular individual or person or whatever in your reality. You feel that you can't let go of this, because if you do, then you won't be moving forward in the right direction. Change it up. Okay? The retrograde be retroing and grading. Definitely, Diego. 100%. It's definitely in the fucking microwave. Are you moving in the right direction? When you're questioning whether or not it's the right direction that you're moving in, maybe it comes back to your intention instead of where you're going. Maybe you want to come back to what do you want to, whether with yourself or with your life. Ultimately, it all turns back to you. Okay? And this Five of Pentacles in the reverse, this talks about building a new foundation, where it's not built on quicksand, where it's not built on sex, where it's not built on pain or suffering. It's built on courage, it's built on inspiration, it's built on alchemy, it's built on magic, on blessings, on miracles. Okay? And with that comes miracles. With that new foundation, there are gifts. There are divine from the universe, from the divine, from your ancestors, whether they be maybe spiritual or physical or monetary. There's definitely something coming in the works regarding some sort of situation regarding the past. It could be dealing with family. This is after some sort of bloodline curses or something along that line has been broken. It's kind of like a cycle is finally over. It's no longer moving forward. Like the mule ended up dying, so the cart is kind of useless. Kind of situation. We got the Chariot in the reverse, Devil in the reverse. Like, the toxicity has been weeded out of the equation. Right? So it very well could be the passing of someone. It could be the no longer having a journey, going in a particular direction. It could be something that's... It could be blowing up in someone's face. But there's a judgment being asked on this. Due to some sort of chaos. So whatever this means for you, Candace, I can go a little bit later, a little deeper into it. In a personal read, if you'd like to order one, go ahead. Are you going in the right direction? I think what you need to focus on, instead of where you're going, what do you want to do? Baby steps. Don't put the cart for the horse. Alright, Diego. What's with Diego? Spirit, if there was a message for Diego, what would it be? The best blessed message for Diego to allow them to step into their highest timeline. What's their best blessed message for Diego? Wow, the cards are going everywhere. Hopefully you're still here, Diego. So there's an Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups flew off the table. The Eight of Cups is in the reverse. Yeah, are you still here? Poor Justin. I'm curious as to what's got Justin's not. I guess Diego isn't here. Alright, throw your hearts in the chat if you want a message. I'll just pick from the names. I'm not going to pick every single one, but I'll pick with who puts a heart in the chat. If you put a heart in the chat, you're consenting to a message. Out of 14 people, only 4 people. 10 of you are just chilling. A couple of you are half scared to even come into the chat, to even chat. Some of you are lurking, thinking that I don't know you're here, but I do. I figure by not chatting in the chat that I'm not going to find out that you're lurking watching my videos. You've been lurking for months. What makes you think I don't know that you're lurking? Somebody got a lot of emotions right now. Somebody might be throwing a lot of emotions at you. You might be overwhelmed by all the emotional offers coming at you. Just breathe through and use your discernment. Somebody's trying to overwhelm you and turn your world upside down. Don't allow that to happen. Okay? a lot of it is casted illusion. A lot of it isn't even real. It's projection. So just take it into stride. Take it in stride and understand where it's coming from. It's very different when you walk around and you are in a particular light and you got people trying to compete with you and they can't even match you. And it's a big, huge, big deal because they can't match you. Michael, I love you. You're such a good human. Keep being your awesome self, will you? Now, go on my post section here on YouTube, Renee, and try the chakra meditation when you do that. And just take a moment, take even 15 minutes each chakra center, and just kind of go back and feel and release and heal those centers starting from your feet. It might take a week, it might take 2 months, depending on what you got going on and what you're holding on to, but it'll help you to release. It's pretty amazing. Alright, what's going on, Spirit? What are we going to read for next? Patricia, what's going on for Patricia? Patricia's best blessed message for Patricia. Okay, I got 3 cards out here, and I'm curious, did you recently let somebody go that you're kind of questioning as to whether or not it was the right decision? You kind of half-assed regret a decision you made about walking away from a particular person? Maybe you're not, maybe you're hemming and hawing about it, whether or not it was the right one. There's some sort of situation here where you're in your feels, you're in your sadness because it's not the same. But it wasn't what you wanted to begin with, honey. It's not what you wanted to begin with, and you're recognizing that. And if you haven't recognized that yet, you are. You're going to recognize it wasn't in alignment with you. Okay? You have to be patient with yourself. There was a lot of emotional manipulation here with this whole thing. And this is partially why you walked away in the first place, because you're done with being a puppet for somebody else's charade. Like, you're done being a extra in somebody else's life when you could be the main character in your own. Is a way to put it. Okay? You're not wanting to be a puppet for anybody. You never wanted to be a puppet for anybody. But this is here we are. This is what you're walking away from, the puppeteer. and the bullshit. So whether you're questioning it, whether or not you're sad, somebody's sad. Somebody's sad that you're like, what? Peace out. I see the truth. I'm going to stand on it. I'm moving forward. This isn't for me. I'm not in alignment with this. You're drawing the line in the sand. You're like, this. You're standing on intentions. You know what you deserve and you're moving forward with it. You're making action towards it. And I bestow courage, blessings of courage and abundance towards you with this endeavor, and I wish you to be protected on this adventure of moving forward away from this energy. Because there's something so much more beautiful there waiting for you. Other side. You just have to be worthy of it. And all that takes is a little bit of healing. And there's no question about it that there will be receivable to you of this blessing. Six of Swords, you're walking away from this. And that was just a cut of the deck. You're pouring into yourself, Ace of Cups. Although you may not want to walk away from this emotionally, you know it's in your best interest to seek brighter horizons. Okay? Ten of Wands, you're ending this cycle out. Good girl. You're taking a leap of faith. Beautiful. There are some avenues here where you're going to heal. Otherwise, you're moving forward, which is beautiful. You know this Two of Cups isn't going to happen, even if the third party is gone. You've tried that. You're down this road. They very well could come back in and say, okay, well, what if I get rid of this third party? Are you good with that? No, because they chose to decide to do this and keep it from. They were dishonest. Okay? Yeah, dishonest. You were dealing with a narcissist. King of Swords and Nurse. Step forward into the future, my dear. It's in the happening. The miracles can only happen in the happening. So allow life to happen and embrace it. Just use your discernment moving forward, and then everything will fall into place rather than fall apart at your feet. Alrighty. Let's see, what do we got next? Alright, throw some love in the chat if you want a message. If you just jump in. Alright, Karma. Spirit, going on with Karma? Kitty and Michael, you're up next. What's going on with Karma, Angel? Spirit's saying you're in for a wake-up call, so yourself. You're kind of eclectic and you pull in from many different avenues, and you need to kind of tighten up your influence of where you find your influence. Okay, because there's people deceiving you is what I'm picking up on. Energy here. The Ten of Swords. Okay. You need to be patient. You need to stop trying to rush things. Because this is bringing you the energy and the pressure of no hope. You're brushing over things. It's kind of giving me this half-assed energy. You're not really looking over your paperwork concisely. You need to look it over a little bit more thoroughly. You need to dot your I's, cross your T's. You need to do that way. You need to be a little bit more methodical in your actions moving forward. Take a step back and be very intentional in your actions moving forward. Specifically when it comes to communicating some sort of truth. Because otherwise, if you come at it half-assed, I'm going to know that there is no hope for you. Okay? I do believe there very well could be a meeting coming up. It's about some sort of gift or some inheritance regarding something, a gift or an offer. So this could be a job offer, this could be an inheritance, it could be just a bit of money they might be waiting for, whatever the case may be. You're going to need to show up with absolute utter justice and integrity. Okay? Otherwise, there's no hope for you. And I do see something here about ending a cycle about something, but not applying the lessons because you didn't you didn't look at the lessons. You just swept it under the rug and you walked away. You didn't get the fullest understanding of a situation to gain the best knowledge, to gain the best lesson and understanding in order to move forward in a particular direction. And it's hindering your growth. It's hindering your ability to stand in your power. It requires you to turn this pain into power to better situate yourself with move forward. Okay? And this is where there's some sort of healing that you're failing to work with. You're not wanting to look at, and it's something you need to look at. It's going to empower you as a woman, is what I'm being told. Okay? But it's, again, you need to be patient with yourself. This is about being consistent. It's about having focus with positive intention moving forward. Knowing what you put energy into is what you're going to materialize within your harvest. What you plant, where and how you plant your seeds is what your harvest will become. Okay, so really take into consideration what you're focusing on and what you're focusing your energy on. Because I do see some sort of deception here and devil energy that needs to really be focused and really acknowledged, because although you may have to deal with and work with this energy, you need to stand in your truth. Okay? You need to stand in your truth. Otherwise, if you do not nurture the justice that is yours, there is no hope. It's not going to work out as planned. And this Ace of Pentacles, it's kind of giving me like a feeling like somebody wants you to react. And this is why you need to stand with integrity and not allowing yourself to be swindled and lied to. With the Page of Swords here, like it's almost like people are misunderstanding you on purpose. So this is why you're needing to stand for truth and justice. Stand with integrity rather than acting out like a fool. And this is going to help you finally end this cycle once and for all. Whatever this cycle is, if you're patient, if you're persistent, it's all going to work out in your favor, but you have to be patient. You can't just rush it. You can't puppeteer it. You can't make it happen any faster than what it's going to happen. You've got to just roll with the energy. Allow it to step into fruition. Allow it to materialize. Okay? Hopefully that helped you. And if you want to unpack that at all, Karma, you're more than welcome to get a personal reading. Okay? All the information is in the description box below. Welcome in Renee Crawley to the membership chat level. Thank you so much for joining us there. Have a good night, Lilith. Sweet dreams. Alright. Kitty, what's the case with Kitty? What's the case with Kitty? What's going on with Kitty? What's her best blessing? Got the Nine of Wands. We got the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So this is about starting a new beginning within your emotional aspect and your intentions, your intuition, your inspiration. This is you finding your self-worth and standing on business. You're standing on your standards. You're standing up for yourself. You're moving forward with compassion, a new sense of love, a new sense of inspiration. This is the go about it. I'm really picking up on an energy. You're doing it for you. And I fucking love this. Oh, it's page energy. You're starting over. This doesn't mean it's a failure, right? Just like I was saying in the DMs the other night. It's not a failure. Okay, this change does not mean a failure. It's redirection. Okay, so yes, you're winning. Just by you being inspired, by you moving forward with an open heart and new ideas and new energy, you're already winning. So just be patient and just go with it, lean into it, embrace it. You know, stop being a little bitch. You know what I mean by that. Perspective is everything. And how was work? Did you go to work today or whatever after we had chatted, and did it work out better? Well, there you go. See, there's proof chat right here, right now, collective, that, you know, when you get a reading from me and you know, really tap into what I'm saying, it's definitely something that works for you. Tried, tested, and true that it's working. I'm actually really, really happy for you, Kitty. Keep moving forward. You're doing all right. Right? So, you know what? That's a good question, if you don't mind me sharing, Kitty, as to what happened. Kitty was wondering whether or not this particular job that she's at, I do believe as a cleaner, whether or not she's even fast enough, whether or not she's got what it takes, because it's it's a lot about quality and speed, but sometimes when you focus on speed, you lose the quality. So we were talking about how to differentiate that, how to keep your... I says, okay, well, you could go in complaining about the fact it's, you know, your back is sore or whatever, or you can go in and, you know, stop being a little bitch and maybe think of it as like time to work out, you know, and that way you kind of picking up your speed, You're focused on quality, but you're picking up on your speed, and you're doing a good job at the same time, right? So it's all about perspective of how you want to do it. Like if it's a fast-paced job, go in and work looking at it like you're getting paid to work out. You know, construction, for instance, if you're in construction, you're getting paid 18, 20, 25, $30 an hour to work out. That's better than paying a gym to go working out at a gym. You go out and get a label. You go work at the trades. And you actually get paid to work out. It's a different perspective, a different way of looking at it. And then it kind of gives you kind of a sense to keep going. All right, Michael. Michael. Why did I get the Brady Bunch and Marsha? Michael. I'm just kidding. I'm just being funny. Spirit, going on with Michael? What does he need to know right now? So all because you are trying to find your independence, that would mean somebody's world gets turned upside down. All because you want to stand firm on your boundaries. You're going through a rebirth, and this is forward right now. You're mid drift through a rebirth, Michael. And it's almost like, so Spirit's saying that you're progressing, but you're prolonging it. There's something about prolonging it. Like you're stalling out. There's something about you sticking up for yourself and choosing you and standing on boundaries. Thank you, Sophia. I'll put you on the list, my dear. Thank you. You really need to stand on boundaries, Michael. Raise your fucking standards, boy. You might feel like it's going to be lonely, but it's really not. This is actually solitude to get back to you. To get back into the idea of collaborating your own energy. Getting to know who you are within your own energy. And not having somebody infiltrate it all the time. And depleting you. Once you recognize that, things are going to change for you, dude. That's where the Nine of Pentacles comes in. Because you're calling your fucking energy back, dude. And you're becoming more stable in that. And that in itself will bring you abundance. And because of that, it's turning somebody else's world upside down because you're standing on business. You're allowing this new rebirth to allow that to move. And this is, you understand why you can't move forward because of that. You might be going through an ego death. A portion of you is dying off. to be no more. A piece of you is falling apart, falling off of you. So that another part of you that can be. Lean into it, let it happen. It's not even about being man, ZK. Okay? It's not even about being a man. Really. It's about getting in alignment with what he wants. But somebody would rather you have your whole world turned upside down, but you're not. You're not allowing it to happen, Michael. I'm proud of you. Allow this awakening to move you, because, yeah, you need to be honest with yourself. Right, Sophia. Spirit, what's going on with Sophia? What's her best message? Her best blessed message? The Five of Wands. Is there some sort of conflict happening with you? Are you still here, Sophia? ZK, you're actually on thin ice, so you best be shutting the fuck and sit down and wait for your turn. Is that what they tell you? Is that what they tell you, ZK? So you're trying to project that onto me? It's not working. If you'd actually read the description box, you'd understand how things work here. Okay? But no, you probably didn't need that either. So, fuck you too, loser. Sophia. Somebody is trying to bring conflict to you due to your divine timing that you have happening in your life. Someone wants you to miss out on a particular situation or endeavor, something that means a lot to you, to the point where you will react and act out. This is something that you do not see coming. It is going to create a huge awakening for you, and it will be feeling like you were left in the dark. It's going to give you the feeling like you were the last to know. So I'm not really too sure as to what this might be, but it's getting you, it's being made out to disfranchise you. So I don't know if you have a bunch or a group of people that are colluding against you with something, but you have the divine on your side. I just need you to let you know that you are divinely protected, whatever situation that you're going through. I'm really kind of picking up a chosen or seed kind of energy with you, so chances are you're somewhere in the mix. There's definitely some sort of an earth angel kind of energy here too as well. You could be a Sagittarius. or December could be significance to you. Um, but it's kind of giving me a feeling of being left in the dark and not you're going to react to this or not. It's about something you don't see coming, huge awakening. You're going to see people for who they are. And it's going to create a situation where you're going to make certain decisions. It's going to create conflict, but the divine again on your side. You may feel like you're missing out on something, but it is in best interest that you are not in amongst this energy to begin with. So this is like a major transition that's going to happen quickly. But it is in divine destiny that this happens. Spirit saying, embrace the change. You're missing, the divine is doing you a favor. In hindsight, after everything is all said and done, you're going to understand why everything is happening. But until that happens, you're going to be questioning certain things as to why or how or what. You might be a little confused, but just know things are going to fall into place, actually make sense. But it's mainly because you're being left in the dark at the current moment. People aren't communicating with you. This is going to cause a major awakening. Okay? Sometimes it's in the happenings, Sophia. That's where the miracles happen, right? That's where the awakening is. You have all within you. You've always had the tools within you to overcome anything that you've been faced with. Understand that. Always under that. Anything you've been ever searching outside yourself for and never found, it's always been within you the whole time. Duh. Some people forget that. I'm being called to say that today for you. Remember who you are. Remember where your roots come from. Step into the magic, my dear. You'll be surprised how many ancestors are sitting there waiting for you to acknowledge them. And how about showing some respect? Specifically coming in with a name like that, and you're going to show up like that. Have some respect. And for yourself, for that matter. Spirit, what's the message for Renee? If you're new here, check out the description box. It might give you some information. You might know how the channel here is run. What I offer here. Message for Renee. Where you might find imbalance right now new beginning is in for you. And oddly enough, it's in the least likely of places that you would consider. It's really the energy I'm picking up on this. The Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Wands. Although you might not feel that you're going to balance things out, things will become balanced. There will be a new inspiration, a new idea, a new beginning, a new relationship, a new direction, a new way forward. If it isn't here already, it's on its way. So be patient and be in the frequency of receiving it, and dream big. Because the divine is about to work a miracle in your life, Renee, that you never thought possible. The divine is going to show the fuck up for you, but you show up for yourself. You're moving forward. Alright, Renee? You are moving forward. You are moving, you are not going to miss this offer. Do you understand? So don't think for a second that you're going to be missing this train, missing this boat, missing this departure, missing this way out, whatever this is. Don't be thinking that you're missing out on this. This is divinely led. We got the Two of Wands. We're moving into a crossroads where you are going in a new direction. You just need to be in the frequency of receiving it. So raise your frequency. Know that you're better. Choose yourself. Step into your power. Call your fucking power back. Remember who the hell you are. And lean into it. And watch the miracle unfold. Moving forward with compassion and intention and inspiration is the key. This requires healing, but you got this. Just be inspired and don't overthink it. The trolls, they be trolling there, Sean. Welcome in. Yeah, there's a super chat reading, so if anybody's got a super chat and you want to throw me, you get my attention. I throw you some cards. Members, they get a little message. I smile from the inside out, Renee. there another collective message, Spirit? With these cards, is there any other message for the collective? What's this? Four of Pentacles. Somebody owes you an apology. For everything that you put up with them. Careful about mentorships, depending on what they are mentoring. If you are pretty well a do-it-yourselfer, you can do it yourself, have confidence. As far as this person coming back in the picture after disappearing, it wasn't greener on the other side, okay? And I think that became evident as to why they left and came back. If this was a relationship, they probably kept it to themselves rather than divulge the information because they wanted to keep you tapped just in case it didn't work out. I think you're dealing with something that's toxic. Something tells me you can do way better. Something tells me that you should choose yourself over this particular individual. If they tend to come off cold unless they want something, if they want something, they're going to be all lovey-dovey. But if they don't want something, they're going to be extremely cold to you. This is a very toxic individual, if that resonates. So if that's the case, I wouldn't give it too much energy. Focus yourself. Stop getting distracted by the distractions and focus on you. Pour back into yourself. They probably want energy. They probably want you to pour into them. They probably want your compassion. They very well could be playing victim with you, and if that's the case, like if somebody actually needs somebody to help them out, that's one thing. But if somebody's just playing the victim, but that's all they do is play the victim all the time, and they're not empowering themselves, they will show up with who they are. Just act accordingly. If you feel like you're being deceived, chances are you are. But sometimes it's in the happening. That's how you figure it out. So allow it to happen, you figure it out. But just be observant, open your eyes, open your mind. Okay? Something made their life chaotic, and that's why they left. I don't know. There are emotionally available people out there that will not, they will go ghost if they are going through a hectic time and they don't want to bring you into it. So very well could be the case. But just use your discernment. Maybe come forward and ask their true intention. What is their goal? What is their end game? What is their long game in this whole idea of coming back into your life and what they want? You know, what's the long shot rather than the short shot? Is it your friendship or your energy? Is it your time? Is it your emotions? Is it your empathy? There's some sort of underlying motive to your friendship, what you offer, what you bring to the table. Hey Jones, a lot of the reason why it's so cloudy is mainly because of the deception. It's having a lot to do with spiritual warfare. It's people projecting a lot of bullshit onto you. There's a lot of people creating a lot of confusion and distractions, and that's what creates the cloudiness. You gotta look at your life and your experiences for what they are. Take the rose-colored glasses off. Take the wool off your eyes. See things for what they are. Allow people to show up and be who they are. And then just act accordingly. Once you see people for how they show up, there's no questioning it. Why does he need you to make him feel peaceful? Why can't he feel peaceful on his own? Is there some sense there? It's okay to depend on people for certain things, but just acknowledge the dependence. Acknowledge it for what it is and make sure that it's reciprocal. If it's not reciprocal, then it's not in alignment. Why should you deplete yourself? Right? Just know the true intentions before you move forward. That's all. Just proceed with caution. If he's ever betrayed you before, I wouldn't trust him. If it was genuinely ghosting you because they didn't want to bring you into their drama, then maybe they were protected. That's a good sign. That's a green flag. But if they say that you bring them peace, meanwhile all they do is bring you chaos, red flag. Take everything into consideration. How are you to know anyone else if you don't know yourself? Nobody's going to tell you that. To know yourself is to stand in your authenticity. And that is spiritually, verbally, intentionally. It all depends on your intentionality and the words that you speak and the truth that you live by, the standards. You don't need a book to tell you that. If you're in alignment with who you are and you're standing in your authenticity, you don't need a book to tell you that. If you're sitting in nothing but clouds and fogginess, no book is going to tell you how to get out of it. The cloudiness, the fogginess, is shit that you're trying to avoid. And until you face it courageously, empower yourself through that healing, you're going to go anywhere. Courageous healing is incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. And you can't do that without the divine. Whether you call it God, whether you call it the divine, But no book is going to tell you shit. It's always, all it is somebody else's opinion and indoctrination. When the divine has always been within you, it gives you life. You don't need a book to tell you that. All you need to do is lead with your mind and your heart. As above, so below. With that, it joins and balances masculine and the feminine aspect of every single person within self and the collective. To think a man is separate to a feminine energy is blasphemy. The masculine and feminine energy lies within absolutely every single one of us. And the moment we recognize that, the moment we protect that and nurture that, that's when everything changes. On that note, everyone, I think I head out for the evening. I want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for your ongoing support. Thank you for showing up. Please be good to yourself if you can't be good at it, so that way you can be good to others. You are only as valid as your next intention. So what do you want out of life? Go get it. It's there for the taking. You just gotta be worthy of it, be in the frequency of it, and go get it. Way it goes. Until the next video, collective, I hope you have a great evening. I'll probably be back on tomorrow night. I make Monday, Tuesday off. We will see. Who knows? One step at a time. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you there, Jacob, dear John, Jacob, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. Love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one.